What's up, guys? Going to get this started. Oh, turn this mic stand. Mic stands are not good. But, so guys, just watching oil right here. I went long down here. Just currently just a little watching a little bit. Got out. I usually get out. I don't play that breakout. I've kept moving my stop up. Made a good 220 per contract right here. But good morning, guys. Few more minutes, we'll get going. Debating on staying on here for live trading today or switching over to Zoom. I kind of been liking Zoom lately. But with Zoom, you don't get the subscribers and all that, the likes, and possibly of other people just Googling stuff to come across your stream. But we'll be live trading either Zoom or YouTube today. Oil, pretty simple. Touch here, touch here. This is where our next squeeze is going to be. Possibly at this 101. We have one touch, two touches. We tell from this touch up here, we sold off pretty strong. Basically from 100 all the way down to 87. Look at your daily demand right here. Last green candle before the sell-off. There's your sell. Before, you get a drop base drop. You can tell that drop base drop was touched there. That's why we rejected here. Came back up, little tiny rejection and pushed up. But this little rejection here was, I think, a $5,000 play. But let's rock. Germany CPI was at 8 a.m. We have Jolt's job openings at 10. Consumer confidence. And so we have some 10 a.m. data. Fed Williams speaks. The speakers really haven't been really affecting the market as much as they previously have, because they just keep saying the same thing. They're kind of getting smart. And, Jackson Hole kind of said everything for everybody. And overnight, we do have manufacturing numbers for China, which is pretty big because, China does manufacture a lot of things. Earnings, I haven't looked at the earnings calendar. I'm not really concerned about earnings anymore. The fun time's over. But pretty much we're doing the same thing. We're just in the same flag. Turn all this other stuff off. What the yellow line is, I don't ever use yellow. But pretty much we're just still in this flag. It's not like the best looking flag. It's showing nobody's in here, so I'm not really going to go through anything. A few more minutes. Wait for some people to join up. Where everybody went. And I guess nobody's joining. I don't know where everybody is. But let's go ahead and through it. We'll have people join. Yes, pretty much in this flag. It was a really good scalpers, scalpers paradise. Definitely good for futures. Every time we hit up here, we came down. Every time we hit this line, we went up. Pretty simple analysis. Kind of overnight, we pushed up. Pushed us up. We kind of hit this top. It's not the best looking flag, but what's up, Snaz? But let's see if we're gonna hit down the lows. We're just straight consolidating. Nothing out of the ordinary. Same with NQ. NQ is kind of doing the same thing, kind of just in this flag. It's flag. Same thing, flagging. This was straight. All right, sweet. It was just pretty much, every time we went up, came down, pretty much back and forth, back and forth. Pretty simple. Pretty simple day on futures. Pretty hard on options. Unless you took SPY and got kind of a farther out contract where theta doesn't kill you, because sometimes it took a little bit when we came down here to finally push up. But going in today, not sure what 100% is going to happen. To the upside, could be possibly looking at maybe a retest of where we broke down a previous kind of head and shoulders neckline at 12850 on NQ. ES would be, our next test on ES is definitely 41. And our 4114 is pretty much our head and shoulder area. But after that Friday strong sell-off, we're just getting a little consolidation to figure out where the next move is. No reason to waste premiums. Yesterday I told people, I'm like, kind of the one thing is you didn't want to lose money yesterday. Just either go break even or get a little bit, gain just a little bit. You knew it was going to chop. You could have asked me. I knew we were going to finish a doji, and we pretty much did finish a doji. Overall, UVXY. I need to start charting UVXY again. Love to see kind of a push down to this 99.39 where we did push up in our sell-off to push up again. Okay. Like that. That'd be an ideal. Awesome. I can't see UVXY going any lower. VIX. Same with VIX, possibly retrace. Kind of slowly creep down. Like 2250, but let's see what the Fed speakers are going to do. We do have a little bit of data. little bit of data just to see what, keep an open mind. Something interesting is it just seems like Ethereum and Bitcoin seem to be pushing a little bit, which is pretty interesting, and why QQQ is really not following. Oil. How this played out. I longed oil down here. Oh, it actually hit longed oil right here. Pushed it up here. Kind of ran out of room on that triangle. Apple, very decent move to upside. Apple actually did hit, with supply and demand. I always tell people look for these big, you want big sell candles, big buy candles. And then you look for like kind of the last, you always see a doji, and that's that doji right here. And look at that, pretty much a good long out of that. Apple, if it's ever able to come back up here, would love to see what happens there. For a lot of stocks, if we are able to get to those highs on Friday, 420 on SPY, definitely watch. Of a gap on SPY on the daily. Definitely watch VIX is just sideways. It's just slowly, it's just like the market's doing. You have your rally, and then you're flagging. So hopefully we could continue up. Just kind of like what the market's doing right now. You have your sell off, you're flagging. This is a bear flag because the price comes from the top. Consolidation down and then continuation down. But something with futures is you can't always. Everyone wants to do bear flag. I've seen bear flags go to the top. I've seen rising, SPY do a rising wedge and break to the upside on it and just continue to fly. You gotta just keep this as a template. You don't want to play, but right now we're just consolidating. We're making higher highs, making higher lows. So just play off of that until this trend changes. That's the main thing. Higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Just till that trend changes. Just think we're gonna be in this flag. Buys right at Friday's lows or last week's lows. We can still have a low consolidation up. Play day by day. We are just, that's our trend right now, and just play this trend right now. Like the Apple. Apple still not up to where I really want to see us as a resistance. This 164 area, which was resistance here, support, and then we finally broke through, and we held. Pre-market we had just had a wick up. I don't know why that wick up was. So I want definitely watch Apple. See if this is going to be see if we're going to break here and then fill this gap, or are we going to break up, use it as support, and continue up. That's what I'm watching. Swastika. AMD. AMD, basically, this is a big bear flag. But, you know, always keep on watching your semis. If your semis are going to weak or your semis going to be strong, usually with them showing weakness, the market will turn weak. Amazon, sorry. Amazon, we took this fib from this, 4-hour earnings candle, and we actually did have a decent bounce at the 0.618. 0.5 or 0.618 is usually when algos come back in, want to buy back in from this earnings spot. Shows a pretty decent bounce, but we are in that gap. Definitely want to keep this 132. We have support, all the support here. Broke below. Let's see if we're going to be testing as a resistance and then continue down. Definitely looking at that 126 for PT if you do want to grab Amazon. Resistance here. That was our breakout point from the earnings. So that's definitely a key level right there on Amazon. Google. I really want to grab Google longs. I gotta look at contracts and IV and all that to see this bounce from this flag. From the bottom of this range, pretty simple. You buy calls down here, you buy puts up here. I mean, you could have made bank this whole time. So possibly this might not work, but buy call here, push up here. If the market's got to follow through, it doesn't help if the market continues to sell. Google should sell with it. So definitely keep an eye on Google. Googles are cheap now. For a while. Meta, kind of liking Meta at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bounces, but if it does break below this, definitely look for a way too much crap going on in this chart. So maybe it'll break below, maybe a bounce here, continuation down. The COVID lows, I doubt. I would hate to see Meta go down to those COVID lows. That'd be very, very, very sad. Meta is all the way back to those COVID lows. Yes, a lot of stocks have hit COVID lows, but Facebook's Facebook. Like, it's still there. People use it. Microsoft still looking, we had a great show on Microsoft, just showing overall weakness. Definitely watch Microsoft. A lot of stocks I'd watch yesterday's lows for a continuation down. Meta sold off pretty well in a day. If you want to, we got to take out yesterday's lows to continue down. But Microsoft, like I said, we're in this volume node right now. We break below. We just have the one that we kind of bounced yesterday's lows, and then below that, we really have nothing. I mean, the volume is back here. This one just starts at earnings. So we could possibly go down to this earnings, take it off that earnings. Buy-in right here would be my main PT. 252. I might grab a long Microsoft at 252. kind of a long swing. Nvidia. Now watch yesterday's lows at this key level. So, you know, if we were able to hold under 160, push under 160 was strong, you know, we could tell our range. You should definitely see 153.50. And then I don't know what this 148 is. It works, so we'll do 148.50. So support here, support, broke below, broke above, tested as support, continued up, support, not broke below, but support here, and then pushed up. Pretty much NVIDIA, you know, look at your daily candles on stocks. You want to see weaker stocks, you know, NVIDIA, that candle compared to SPY. SPY was a green doji. NVIDIA was a pretty much down candle. Tesla, you know, was a little bit stronger. Catching a little bounce on Tesla. The only thing I'm really gonna watch on Tesla is just this range that's creating. Right here, it seems like we're just bouncing back and forth. Kind of a smaller range due to the stock split, but you know, we could push up back up to that 309.11. But and always keep in mind next time, you know, after a stock split, usually they sell off. You have a kind of a little run up. I'll go over IWM. But usually we have a little run up too. Little run up to the split, and then you know usually the split sell off. I think the only split that didn't sell off was Google. Well, no, the next day it sold off. Shop sold off. I know Amazon sold off. You know, they usually have a little run up to the split and then sell off. IWM. So to go over IWM, we had a phantom print. So a phantom print is just the price of someone's predicting the price to go to that. I'm not sure how they get paid. I really wish I knew more about how they would get paid. Well, I'm trying to pop something up. But this one was from July. So this one was from July 15th. So we had a phantom print, July 15th, pre-market for 178.80. Okay. Let's go to July 15th. Time frame. Yeah, July 15th, right here. So they basically bought it, you know, pre-market right here. 170. They bought at 170.68 or 72. Okay. They're predicting the price to go to 178.80. So 178.80. So that's where they're predicting the price to go. So they bought it this day, and then 2 days it hit. They made very good money. I'm not sure how they pay out, but that's what a phantom print is they're predicting the price. They get in here. I think they probably like buy shares at 178 and then I don't know how it works, but they're very unusual. They're starting to show up a lot more. But we had this one, which was previous, and then I like to show SPY. My buddy sent me SPY phantoms on this day. It was on the 24th for 420. A bunch of phantom prints came in at 420, and then our high on Friday was basically to 420, and they hit. So that's what I'm looking at. IWM is to actually hit that price. But like I said, most of the stock, we have 2 weeks on it, so we have a lot of time. We can average down if we want, but just like everything else, where IWM is flagging. If I go to the futures, RTY, same thing here. What are we doing? We're flagging. If we are able to break this flag to the downside, pretty much the IWM should go. These futures, I'm looking for my personal PT on futures. I'm not sure what it lines up on IWM. Is 1833. That's still not gonna work out like that. But let's see this flag play out. If we break to the downside, we should be able to hit this. Same with IWM. IWM is just flagging. So we're looking for that phantom print to hit, which seems like a pretty good, it's kind of smart for this person. Look at this. It's actual decent support. We had 3 bounces from it and then a strong push up. So they're predicting the price to go to 185.85. They bought it yesterday, so I'm kind of following that. Let's see it hit 185.85, and then wherever it goes after that, I don't know. But that's what I'm going to be playing. Probably that, and probably just leave a runner to see if we can actually break this support and head down to the kind of this support right here. The next one will be 182.80. But obviously, I don't have a prediction of actually when it's going to go off. We did get 9.9. We do have time on it. Just like the overall market's just flagging. Are we going to break down from that flag? We kind of see, if you're not short in the market right now, if you're futures, if you're not short, I don't know what you're doing. This is an obvious pattern going right now. I get down here, I bet you we'll get down here at 9, possibly bounce up. Who knows what we're gonna do at open though? Everything kind of goes out the wall at open. But that's, yeah. Phantom prints usually print. J&J was the last one I did. They got it, I think, this day. You can tell we had 2 bad days, and then it printed at, I don't know what price it was because it actually hit. I don't know why this is not adding up. There we go. I don't know what that just means. But you can tell right here, they bought the phantom, I think, on this consolidation day. They predicted the price to go up $2. Don't know what this news was on the 19th. 169.50. I think we got 50%, 60% on this play. I want to go farther out on it. Would have made more money, but that's the previous, pretty much the previous phantom I took. Right. Good 50-60%. So I always follow hashtag phantom print. They most of the times they hit. The only ones that aren't hitting right now is sorry, give me 1 second. Is on the way up, someone did like a few shares here, a few shares there, SPY Phantom Prince, which was pretty interesting. And they came in last night. Hold on, let me find that last night one. Here, Phantom Prince just hit 390, 396 level. So after hours was central. So yeah, 5 o'clock. They started doing Phantom Prince. Not big ones, only 105 shares, 42 shares, 63 shares, 105 shares. But keep this on watch. You know, these people are predicting price to head down there. They're not big like the IWM is. You know, there's a couple ones that were just like one share here, one share there, but for some odd reason, this 390.57 seems very interesting, and 392.87. Keep these numbers on watch. You know, mark your chart up with these numbers, and we should slowly gravitate if we want to sell off towards those numbers. Yeah, if you hashtag Phantom Print, here, there's actually, you know, there's a decent amount of them. See, this is the person that did this Phantom Prince. But they have like 2 shares here, 15 shares, 5 shares, 15 shares. So it's not a lot, but they're predicting price to go down, you know, on the way up. They started doing Phantom Prince. I've been noticing them a lot more lately. Don't know why. The Phantom Prince, each only 1 share. SPY 422.08. These all hit, by the way. They got 1 share of each. They all hit. Wait. There's a Google one that I really wish I could show. There's that Phantom Print. Both these Phantom Prints hit from 630, 715. They have to make really good money off of it, I feel like. That's all. There's a Google one that I think hit too. But since Google split, you really can't see it. But it's one of those, just keep on watch, you know, just like those intraday dark pool prints on QQQ and SPY. If they're live prints, definitely keep those on watch too. And Tesla, like I said, Tesla, let's see if we're going to continue up. But, you know, overall, we are flagging just like the whole market. If we are able to break below this 280 is a key level. Let's see if we're able to break below, continue down. See what oil's doing. Let's see what that oil. I wanted to hold my long. Yeah, long was pretty good. Oil daily supply hit. We sold off, but you kind of break it down for a 4 hour. And we just went sideways here. Strong push up yesterday. Come back down, touch that. Possibly just continue up. But overall, the main thing is, are we going to hold this flag? Netflix. Someone mentioned Netflix yesterday. That was hitting a resistance. It did. It hit this former If you look back, resistance, 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 resistance. We broke above, support. We came back down, broke below, held it as a resistance, continued down. That's what you want to see with these key levels. But 2.66% down, pretty decent move. Here's some different stocks. I need to start adding some different stocks. Costco, look at that beautiful sell off. 1, 2, 3, basically 4-day consolidation, big drop. Last one, beautiful hit. So then we make new. Drop, came back up, touch to it, continue to drop. Not really. It's kind of like in this big bag. Yo has earnings coming up. So and the last day of the month is Thursday, and the market is closed Monday for the holiday. Right? Is it that early? Yeah, the 5th is Labor Day. So that's why we're gonna see some low volume. That we should see a lot of low volume this week. Roblox, I told people I'm waiting for this kind of 35 area bounce where we had resistance. We broke above, tested it, continued up. So I'm kind of waiting for this 35 area, see if we continue up. Roku, I don't think Roku hit that, did it? Almost. No. Shop, I think Shop's a good spot to possibly grab some long-term shares, but I see a lot of people on Twitter, and try not to follow them, but they're starting to bend their long-term ports. For now, I think a lot of people think there's just a little bit more downside. A lot of things up in the air, CPI data, all that. September is not the best month. And then we have midterms kind of elections, so that's definitely not a good spot too. But Shopify actually hit. We had a huge drop, huge sell-off, earnings candle, big push up. Yesterday actually pretty decent move out of there. Missed that one. A 6% move to the upside. Square. Someone asked me about Square on a live yesterday. I said I was actually looking for Square to bounce from this area. If not, I'm pretty sure I want to see it bounce from this area, but we did break that uptrend. 1, 2, 3 touches, and then we kind of broke it, tested from above. Twitter, who knows what's going on with Twitter? I don't follow that Twitter news. I used to love playing Twitter. CRM, we're just basically in a channel 2. Kind of looks like Shop. Kind of looks like Meta. It's everything's back and forth. See what happens when CRM gets down to this 155, 150. If it does break below, Where's it gonna go? No, we're back down to looking at the COVID lows. Crowd has earnings tonight. For this flag, it's been flagging since May 10th. Crazy. Talk about a channel. DraftKings selling off like everything else, just looks like SPY. MA. What am I waiting for on MA? See if MA heads down to 310. Possibly look for some long-term shares or long-term calls, but it is a ascending triangle, so possibly could break through. But could be a nice bounce there. Oxy consolidating above previous all-time highs. Visa, same thing with Visa. Look at this support. Support. We'll hold for support again. I'll take my risk and say yes. Ugly line. Oh, why ever use those lines? Pretty much it. Let's just look at SPY. Having a little bounce from this consolidation rate. But appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel. Want tons of people. I'm gonna go live for trading, either Zoom or YouTube. Not 100% sure which one yet, but definitely come join me for that. Probably go light trading today. I'm already up good $900 on futures, so no reason to go crazy. Definitely join me on Zoom or YouTube later on today. Appreciate you guys. Y'all have